Hello, so today I am going to share a suggestion for how you can avoid miscommunications, misunderstandings in your relationships. But first, let's introduce myself. My name is Beth. I am a breakthrough coach, which means I help my clients to map out new life success stories after trauma or heartbreak. I focus a lot on forgiveness and evicting fear. So here's one way you will have less things to forgive yourself or someone else for. This is going along with communication. It is important that we have definitions, that we know how we define things, and sometimes we want to check someone else's definition because we may be talking about the same exact thing, but not realizing it. So here's an example. I think it was about 3 days ago, I was definitely texting. So texting is easy for misunderstandings to happen. But the word tough love came up, and my definition of tough love and this other person's definition of tough love were very different, right? But it didn't mean that we had different views on it. So my definition for tough love was more about like bullying and forcing someone to do something out of fear of dire consequences. And this person's definition of tough love had to do with more like building discipline and developing responsibility. And so clearly we were talking about two very different things in regards to tough love and children. So this, initially I was like, what is wrong with this person? Tough love and children. But then looking at the conversation, I realized this person was really talking about, like I shared, a definition. This person's definition is about having children do things that would create them to have responsibility and discipline, like chores around the house, but without instilling fear or intimidation or any of that. So initially, right, it came across as, oh my goodness, this person might be really harsh with children. And yeah, I will be honest, I was judging a little bit, but then I realized, hey, let's look at this. I think our definitions are different, but I think we both agree, because I was like, no, chores are just like normal parts of responsibility for children. Yes, of course, it's just like normal for kids to like be responsible. And I realized we were actually talking about the same thing. We just had a different definition for what tough love meant. So there's actually really no problems, right? So what I'm saying is, when it comes to communication and you're thinking someone is like kind of off the beam, so to speak, or you're like, oh my goodness, a little bit surprised, like look in more closely and see, what is your definition? How do you define this topic or this word? And what is this other person's definition? And while the definitions might be a little bit different, you might actually really be talking about the same concepts, and for, based on, backgrounds or different things, cultural experiences or generational experiences, or, gender experiences, right? So your experiences, religious experiences, right? So we might have like different like frameworks that cause us to create different definitions, but we really might actually have the same ideas and really be talking about the same thing. So this is how you can avoid miscommunication. All right? Hope this helps. Peace.